$200 guitar, huh? Hey there, music makers. I am back. Hope everybody got through, well, it's been a week or week and a half, maybe 10 days since my last post. I've talked about doing it weekly, and I will continue to try to, but things come up and things get busy, you know how real life is, and but I wanted to get one out here today. And the subject, oh, you want to come by, make it, come on. There you go, you big moose, big cow. All right, so yeah, I hope you're all doing great, and I hope that you guys are being successful in booking gigs. What the subject today, I just kind of want to spew out about, is that it's going to be about who you can depend on when taking on a career like this, and a solo career, who you can depend on. So, but before we get into that real quick, I just want to say thank you, everybody, whoever has, I know who has, but I don't have the names off the top of my head, but help support the channel. We have a bitchin' community here, because there's apparently a lot of people that want to get out and do this and do a solo thing and not depend on anybody else. And what a beautiful thing. So yeah, I mean, it'll be amazing if I hit 1,000 subscribers. I didn't know there was that many solo artists out there, but I guess there is, or people looking to get into being a solo artist. And you know, when you become a solo artist, don't forget too, a lot of you guys out there that are in bands and stuff, just make sure that you're not affecting anything that you're doing with your band project. You know, you want that separate. What you do solo is none of their damn business. You know, I mean, I know you're having a band is like a family, and you share everything with them, and you can, but just remember that, you know, when you drift off and do what you do for music, people's egos in the industry, in the music industry, get kind of fucked up. It's kind of weird. They get insecure, and which is understandable. We're musicians, aren't we all a little bit insecure? I think so. Yeah, just even in life in general. But when you become a musician, yeah, maybe we're a little more insecure sometimes. You know, I don't know, maybe not. But anyway, so I want to say thank you to this wonderful community that we have, and you guys are the best. And I get a lot of comments on there how much I inspire you guys. Well, it's tenfold back with me, because when I hear your stories and little things that you guys are doing, it inspires the shit out of me. So just remember that. So we're kind of feeding off each other, because, you know, what I'm doing is what I do, and that's all I'm sharing. I'm not saying it's the right way or the wrong way or whatever. It just works for me. And some of you guys that have some amazing setups for your acoustic thing and using the loopers and all that good stuff and the bells and whistles, I dig all that. I mean, it's bitching. So there's nothing wrong with that. For me, a lot of people wonder, and we'll get into another breakdown of how I use my gear and how simple it is. It's pretty, it's the old man version. I just try not to, I know you can sync other effects and boxes with your looper and this, that, and it's like, fuck, I can't do that. I just don't want to spend a lot of time in the technical part. I wish I was, maybe I'm a little dyslexic too, but, because I want to read this little thing here. But, yeah, it's just, and I have patience. My patience aren't the greatest, so yeah, I just try to keep things simple. But some of you guys are like IT fuckers, man. I mean, you guys know the gear and the equipment, and you know how it works and how to sync it and this, that, and the other, and hallelujah, good for you guys. Not for me so much, but I just keep it simple. I mean, if I knew I could get a full band sound just sitting around with my acoustic and no electronics and sitting around a campfire and putting a smile on people's faces, which you can do. Nothing wrong with that. I've done it before back in the day, but sitting around the campfire and entertaining people. It's just what we do. We like to do it. We like to put those smiles out there and soothe some souls. That being said, I just want to just run this past you real quick. I'm a little dyslexic, like I said, but I want to read this to you. I got to double up on my glasses here. Excuse me. I got this morning. I just wanted to put it out there. Hopefully I can read this okay. This is by Dave. Dave, you know who you are. Rockin' Dave, to be more specific. So good to see your videos again. We live in Fort Myers, Florida, where we survived the Hurricane Ian. And as you know, we got hit real hard. That being said, we're probably going to have a longer off season than normal. For instance, usually we have about the whole summer as off season. However, I am able to do some gigs, tips only, with a very few of restaurants / clubs that did survive. A lot of them got totally destroyed. So sad. That's why it's so important to have a non-musical job down here. We got paid for our 3 weeks off. Unfortunately, you can't do that with music. Real sad. No, you can't. But I was able to record even with the 9 days with no power, because I have gear that will run off AA batteries. Tascam DP008EX, Boss GT1. That's right, I've got the GT1. That's a great effect. Matter of fact, I used it on this recent recording I'm working on. See, Boss DR670 drum machine. We did stay during the hurricane, very scary, and it did get about $10,000. We did get about $10,000 in damage in our house. So you inspire us to keep moving forward. Really helps. I think you're an excellent musician and performer. I agree with you and everything you said in this video. We need more people like you. You're always have much support. You rock, brother. Be safe, rock on, and God bless. All right, shit, man. This guy, Dave, the only rock star here is you. It's just inspiring. Just this little the comment that you left is so inspiring to me, and especially after you guys going through that hurricane in Florida was insane. Wow, what a ball buster that thing was, man. It really did some damage, and I'm sure there's people still out with power out there. I'm not sure, but I've seen a lot of clips of the destruction of Ian, and for you to tell me that you pursued your music, whether it was, personal or, on the recorder or trying to play and just play for tips, God, dude, you are a rock star, and my hat goes off to you, man. You are a rock star, period. That shows you your soul and your love of music. So, man, when I hear people, wow, how inspiring that is, that just makes my heart just like, yeah, it's like no matter what. And you have to, because it's in our blood. So when natural disasters or personal traumas happen or whatever, we keep going with our music, don't we? We just keep doing it. We don't stop. It's just in our blood. And the trail we leave behind are soothing souls and giving smiles to people. So, wow, it's a win-win, and you're a rock star. And thank you, Dave, for sharing that comment. That's pretty inspiring. So, like I said, I appreciate that. I thank everybody and that they say those things that I inspire. I hope I do. At least get a fire under your ass and get out there and solo. That's what I want you to do, is just get out there and make music. So that being all said, you're the rock star, Dave. But let's what I wanted to talk about today was about you can't trust or depend really on anybody in this business. Where can I start? I'll give you a quick little story, and I think I even brought this up a while ago on a previous thing, but it was when we first got into town. We started doing some searching some places to submit my press kit to, and get some work at some venues, restaurants, bars, lodges, etc. Anyway, so there's this place, they call it the Civic Center, I guess they want to call it, but they have their Oktoberfest there. And anyway, so I went there and I ran into this guy. I think I was in buying a P.O. box, or purchased myself a P.O. box for our mail. And I ran in, the guy heard me. I went in there to make copies of my card. Like I said, I don't use business cards. I use just a regular full sheet with the short bio and my contact information at the bottom with a little picture on the top. I figure it's harder for them to lose that than a card. So that's what I do. That's what I hand out. I don't really hand out. I should get cards just for off the fly, and boom, here you go, you know. But I give them something to kind of hold on to, and it's kind of like poster size, so they don't lose it. But anyway, so I was making copies, and this guy was standing next to me, and he saw my bio sheet, and he saw that it obviously had something to do with music. And I think the lady at the counter was questioning me that, you know, oh, you guys just got up here, you're a musician? Oh, yeah. So we got in a bunch of little small talk. So this guy's, yeah, I'm looking for some. I mentioned, he goes, oh, you're looking for places to play? I go, yeah. He goes, are you a musician? He says, yeah. He goes, yeah, I play over there at the, what's the name of the place? Oh, God, there's a name for it. It might be Willie's or something like that, but it's at the convention center, and there's a big room there, and they got a stage. They do live music. I haven't really seen anybody over there. I don't see any cars in the parking lot. I don't think they get a lot of business over there, unless maybe special events. They get people over there. But anyway, so he says, I'm looking for work, and I says, I go, oh, you play at that place? He goes, yeah, we're kind of like the house band there. Oh, interesting, cool, man. Well, I was getting ready to go over there and submit a press kit. And right away he steps in and he says, well, I can give him your bio sheet. I can pass it on. Okay, cool. All right. Well, long story short, I went back, followed up, I think a week later, and he did not do anything with my bio sheet. I never got a call from anybody, not an email, because I had my email on there and phone number. I never heard from anybody. So I decided to go over there, and I knocked on the thing, and lo and behold, this guy, it was locked up, and lo and behold, this guy comes out of the closet and sees me, and he comes over and locks the door. He goes, hey, I go, hey, I just wanted to check in to see what's going on, and if I can get some work, and who do I talk to? He goes, oh, I can get it to them. Then he says, yeah, no, I got it to the owner or whoever the person's involved. And I said, oh, okay, super. Well, hopefully I'll hear from him soon. And he didn't really have much to say, and I turned around and I walked off, right? Got in my truck and left. Well, the fact of the matter is, this is reality. My advice, that's just me, don't depend or trust anybody else with your press kit if they're not directly like a manager or an owner of the facility or venue. Don't give it to other musicians, because you're really kind of sad, because I know damn well that this freaking idiot didn't, they want to work for themselves. And so I know damn well that this guy did not pass my press kit on to the owner or whoever. I know that for a fact. So yeah, you can't depend on anybody when it comes to, you've got close family and friends, and I get all that, but in general, you really can't trust anybody. You got to. The only way to get this shit done is do it yourself. You can't. Yeah, and I think that's happened to me before, where I gave my press kit. They go, "Oh, I got a connection. I play there once in a while. Why don't you give me your thing and I'll." No. Don't do that, dude. Don't do that. Just, it doesn't work. You just can't depend on anybody. And so if you're going to get anywhere in this business and try to get your foot in the door and get booked, go to them direct. Don't go through other musicians, because really it is kind of I'm not gonna lie, it's a competitive little business, when you go solo. And yeah, you do meet nice people, and I'm maybe a rarity, because you could tell that people are kind of closed in, other musicians, especially when I play at the 572 Social in the Village. And he's got a lot of musicians that play on both those stages. And I've developed a little bit of a relationship with they're called Music Street Band, real original guys, but they are the sweetest guys. They're older guys, like my age, maybe a little older, and they are sweethearts, and they rock. They got no egos, and they just go out there and have fun. But even in that case, even if I liked them and I could trust them and I felt comfortable, I would not give them my bio. I will not do that anymore. I will not give my bio to another musician. Nothing against them, and they probably would maybe do me right. And I'm not saying maybe there's other musicians that will do other musicians right, but it's a competitive game, man. You're taking away potential work from them, right? Especially if you're good and you can get out there and stir up some dust. Other musicians go, fuck, where'd this guy come? They get a little butthurt. It's just how it is. I have never been like that. Usually when I see musicians that blow me away, which there's tons, and I see them out there, when I see somebody that's as good or if not better, I don't know, man. I'm picking their brain. I don't care, It's like if I want to learn a lick, or they did a lick on something on an acoustic or electrical guitar, to go, how did you do that lick? It's like I'm not afraid to go ahead and ask. I don't have an ego that way. We all got egos, but there's healthy ego and bad egos. But in a nutshell, I just want to tell you all, because this is the time of year where we're going to do some door knocking. I have yet to knock on any doors, and that's why I'm a little late putting up this episode, because I'm trying to get this original song done. I also got a little shout in the comments that somebody wanted to go over my breakdown on the equipment and computer and everything that I use for my home studio for recording my originals. If you guys are interested in that, want to know, put it in the comments. Just let me know that, and then I'll do an episode where we can kind of drift away from the solo thing. Well, it's an actually solo thing too, because I play all instruments. So I play all instruments. I do everything myself. It's a solo thing. So, but it's my original music, and I get it out there on YouTube and Spotify. I think I have a distributor. Who is it? I think it's. Oh, no, I did use CD Babies for a couple years, but I've made no money off any of them. I'm with Destroy Kid right now. They seem to kind of be the best deals. Like, I pay them $30 a year, and they'll put it out on Spotify for me. But I just realized, when you put these songs out there, you have to really put your own page together so people will see the page and they come and hear your music. I don't know. But all I know is I've not made one penny off of Destroy Kid, off the songs that I put out there, because nobody's playing them. They don't know where to go, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure how that part of the business works. The most response I get, if any at all, is on YouTube. I'll do the YouTube tunes and just put... and then, of course, I've got my Facebook, but fortunately, I've invited you guys to come to my Facebook, and it's a personal Facebook. It's not a music Facebook. Well, it is, kind of, but there's a lot of shit on there. But, yeah, anyway, so I just wanted to let you guys know that, just wanted to share that with you today, that, you know, don't give your press kit or card, waste your card on another musician, even though they say they've got contacts, this, that, and that. I'm not putting that down. I'm not saying, you know, because you might have a musician friend that's like a brother to you, and he's not going to fuck you over. He's going to go ahead and pass the card down and see if he can get a plug for you and get you in somewhere. Don't depend on anybody, because they're lying. They're yeah, give me that. Yeah, I'll pass it to give it to the owner, you know, or whatever. And it's like, yeah, blow me first. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy business, and there's some egos involved. But if you can get through all the ego bullshit and get yourself in the door, just deal with the venues in direct. Don't, or, you know, if you have a contact that's not a musician, say he's a manager or something to something, or a manager to a venue, or a music manager, or whatever, whoever it is. I'm not saying don't ignore those, give those out, because I've gotten work at shows, you know, they go, hey, do you have a card? They're not musicians, they're just fans of what I do. Give them your card out to them, you know, because it could pop up a lot of casual work, and casual work, what I mean by casual, pays the most. You know what I mean? It pays better. So anyways, that's it. I'm done yakking. I wish you guys all the best, and I'll try not to waste update on my song, my original. I've got all the track. This song is a hard song for me because I'm trying to, I'm trying to produce this song. Oh, no, that's not it. Eddie Kramer did the producing of Jimmy's stuff. So when I listen to Jimmy's stuff, this song, the reason why I'm saying Jimmy, I've always had a blues style of playing. And of course, Jimmy was a big influence in the early 70s when I first started playing. You know, I learned his songs, a couple of his songs or whatever, and but just as an accomplished guitar player that hasn't read a note in his entire life, this guy is amazing. So this Eddie Kramer guy is, I kind of wanted to produce how he produced Jimmy. So anyways, that being said, I'm trying to get that. So now I've got all my tracks down. All the tracks are, I really wanted to make it a guitar song, but in the pre-chorus of the song, I put a tiny bit of keyboards in there, some organ in there, just very light. I think, I don't know if I'm going to keep it in yet or not. And then, so now, where I'm at now, it was just a hard guitar, because you want your leads smooth, and, you know, and you just want everything nice. But anyway, so it's a guitar song. Usually I have horns and a little bit of horns, or a little bit of keys or strings I'll have in some of my songs, my original stuff I'm talking about, but this one's all guitar, pretty much. And so it's a guitar song, very bluesy, you know, very rhythm and blues kind of thing, very bluesy. But yeah, it's coming along. So I got a couple rewrites to do on the lyrics, and the last track I need to record is my vocal track, because that's a live track, and I live in an RV, so I have to make sure the wind's blowing just right. There's not a lot of traffic anywhere. It's usually pretty quiet around there. I shouldn't have any problems. Just close up the windows, and it's pretty quiet. So I can get a good, because everything else is pretty much direct, except maybe once in a while I'll put a mic on the acoustic to get the wood. I'll go direct, and then I'll put a mic on the thing. So I'll get the direct, and then I'll put two mics on the guitar, on the acoustic for acoustic tracks or whatever. There's no acoustic on this new song, but I don't even have the title to the song yet. It's just a kind of a love song kind of thing that I dedicated to my wife. She was there during my darkest hour, losing my daughter, and she's always had my back, and she's just an amazing, amazing girl. So anyways, that's it. That's all I got to say. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long, but God bless you guys. Thanks so much for the support. Thank you guys for pitching in on the donation to help support the channel. That means a lot to me, like you, more than you know. And I had a couple donations. You know who you are, and I thank you for that. And so that's about it. We'll think of a good subject to talk on next week. So you guys keep plugging away. knock on doors, open doors, get your foot. And some of you guys that are in full bands and want to go solo, do it. Don't even think about it. Just frickin' do it and be done with it. You know, you still keep your band project going. Just get out there and do it, and you won't have any regrets. Trust me, and you'll probably make more money. Peace out, you guys. You guys all rock. Love you.